I sometimes get the impression that I'm not just watching the news or reading the news, but I'm living through the unravelling of national mythology. Prince Harry, once the Crown's most relatable figure, now finds himself on the precipice of complete constitutional severance. If you're to believe some of the media outlets that I look at, the House of Lords is debating a petition to strip him of his royal titles. I don't know whether that's even possible. This isn't a theatrical formality, it's a symbolic guillotine, not exile but erasure. And this didn't emerge from a vacuum. Since the infamous opera interview, through the spare memoir, to the transatlantic Netflix confessional and questions about the birth of his children, Harry has not simply left the firm, he's set fire to its velvet curtains, or someone else has set fire to its velvet curtains, and Harry somehow has shouldered the responsibility. Each media venue has peeled away another layer of the monarchy's mystique, and the institution, famously slow but never forgetful, is having its tools sharpened. Is this something that King Charles and William have been doing themselves, or is this something that the courtiers around them are determined to do? And it's almost impossible to get that information. These individuals, the royal family, are locked into a circle of control. They are controlled. And this isn't just about whether Harry should remain the Duke of Sussex. The deeper question is, what does it mean to be a royal in the 21st century? Can one attack the institution's foundations while keeping its privileges? Has Harry actually attacked the institution? I don't think he has. In an era when other European monarchies are streamlining titles and pruning peripheral branches, Britain finds itself forced to choose between nostalgia and necessity, and it seems for once the palace may pick the latter. And Harry and Meghan didn't just exit, they rebranded, they converted royalty into narrative capital, and their story became product, consumed in streaming episodes, sold in hardcover, dissected in podcasts. And whether you view this as brave truth-telling or a monetized grievance industry, the monarchy has long thrived on discretion. And when that rule is shattered, the Crown doesn't issue a reply, it issues a response. And titles aren't accessories. They are contracts, ancient and silent, yes, but binding contracts. And to many, Harry breached them. His accusations went beyond the pale: racism, neglect, betrayal. However accurate his claims, their impact has been catastrophic. To allow him to retain titles after such an expose, it is claimed, would make those titles meaningless. The monarchy isn't vindictive, it's territorial. I think this is a misreading of the situation. I think Harry is very much a beloved member of the family, but that the expression of that has got enmired in the political manoeuvres of courtiers and advisors, and the people at the top seem to be believing the rubbish which is being churned out in the tabloid press. We must remember that what is said about Harry is not just about one man, it's about future royals, future crises, future disgruntlements. That the House of Lords is sending a message, not just to Harry, but to every aristocratic descendant tempted to turn their lineage into leverage. There's an unspoken rule here: you cannot weaponize royalty and expect to keep the shield. And the public is, of course, split. Some see Harry as a modern reformer, courageously breaking silence in a fossilized system. Others see betrayal dressed as liberation. Meghan, ever the lightning rod, is cast alternately as an emancipator or a saboteur. Either way, their story has polarized the nation more profoundly than any recent royal drama. And unlike Edward VIII, this crisis plays out not in whispers but in trending hashtags. And there's tragedy here too. Harry is still Diana's son, still Charles's child, still somewhere the brother of the future king. That lineage cannot be undone by statute, but the titles, I suppose they can. And the process Though cold is not unfeeling, it's the monarchy doing what it must to preserve itself, not from external enemies, but from internal entropy. I don't think it will be preservation, that's the problem. I think it will be self-annihilation. I don't think the monarchy will recover from purging one of its sons. I don't think that's the way forward, particularly not somebody who is actually popular. This isn't a clash between the palace and the prince, it's a broader cultural collision between tradition and transparency, between inherited status and earned identity. Harry didn't just criticise the monarchy, he challenged its very premise, and that in the British establishment is not an act of rebellion, it's an act of renunciation. And the response could be correspondingly formal, deliberate and terminal. So what becomes of just Harry? He won't vanish, his story still matters. As a war veteran, a mental health advocate, a man navigating trauma in the public eye, but without titles he becomes what perhaps he always wanted, a private citizen with a famous past. In truth, he will never be anonymous, but he may yet be autonomous, and that is a price paid in privilege. I don't suppose he will ever cease to be Prince Harry. I don't think that can be taken away from him. He is the son of the ruling king. Yeah, in the end, this is about more than Harry. It's the crown reminding the country and its wayward scions that royalty is not a vibe, it's a vocation, it's a commitment, and when one chooses to leave, truly leave, the palace will not chase, it will close the gates firmly, quietly, and with the full weight of history behind it. But I'd be really interested to know what you think of this one.